In this video, I'm going to be talking about the concept of oversharing and giving out your information that somebody can leverage against you. So, this past summer, I had a client of mine who kind of poor-mouthed. I won't go into details how they did it, but I gave him a better deal than I otherwise would have had I known the true circumstances, but they poor-mouthed a little bit. And earlier this summer, even though she poor mouthed me, we got along almost like family. And these are Asian people, and I was getting ready to go to a conference in China, Macau actually, and I asked the client of mine if I could leave my car parked at their home. They live in a house, and I was kind of in transition in between two different living places. And at first she said she couldn't do that, and I kind of pressed a little bit. I said, I'm giving you guys a good deal. That's the least you can do for me. And then she had mentioned that she and her family are going on vacation, and I started to, I didn't think much of it. I asked them where they were going, and they shared it with me. And oh my God, it's my favorite place on earth that they're going. And I was a little bit unhappy because they had poor mouthed me, but I felt happy for them that they were going to this place. I won't mention where it is on this video because I'm a little bit embarrassed that it's my favorite place on the planet, basically. But anyways, so I wanted to let it go, and I kind of let it go, but as soon as she said it, she immediately regretted saying it because she realized that she probably will have a harder time poor mouthing me, and I really didn't feel that badly about it, but unfortunately she regretted saying it. Long story short, I lost them as a client because of that, and whatever the case is. But I often do that as well. I sometimes overshare at my workplace or when I'm dealing with people, not because I want to show off or anything, but because I'm still trying to connect with people, and I want to put myself out on the market, the networking market, if you will, or of the dating market, if you will, either one of those. And sometimes I share because of that, and sometimes it gets used in the wrong way. If people hear, at my workplace, I have a hard time getting my company to help me with conferences. I often have to pay all of the conference out of my pocket, or at least most of it, because I sometimes overshare, and they think I'm very excited about going to the conference, and they think, oh, if we don't pay for it, you're going to go anyway. And that's the attitude that often prevails. Sometimes I get very excited about doing a gig that I see on Craigslist, and I overshare the excitement again because I'm hoping to network with people, and I want people to know what I'm into, because I'm not just looking to do a gig on Craigslist. I'm looking to network with the people involved that are hiring me on the gig, and sometimes it works to my disadvantage. Um, One time, I had advertised to do some photography gigs, and I had offered to photograph this person's home that they were renting out on Airbnb. I had offered to get the moon rising behind their home. I knew what time of the day, what day of the month to do this, and I knew what angle to shoot it at. And I was excited about doing this, and they canceled it at the last minute, and they didn't even think much of it. Um, which is really annoying because I spent a lot of time interviewing with them, and actually I sent them a photo ID of myself so that they could be confident that I was who I claimed I was, and I put a lot of effort into applying with this person to hopefully make $50. And then they cancel at me at the last minute saying they found somebody else or the time wouldn't work or whatever the case is. I think they sensed that I overshared is what I'm trying to say, and that's a big problem for me because I'm often trading off: do I want to network versus do I want to get the best deal out of the deal? And unfortunately, I've been on the negative side of both sides of the equation. When I overshare and I get ripped, I don't get the best deal. I leave money on the table. And when other people overshare and they're embarrassed to deal with me, so I've been on the rotten end of both sides of this equation now. So I wonder, have you ever overshared or been overshared to?